I can bullshit you all night long with these words, but music is the truth. When you hear it, you know it, right? And I saw a film about Miles that Jimmy Heath was on, and he said, once you get that shit in you, it's hard to get out. And I thought, that ain't even really cussing, because that's just the truth. Once you get that shit in you, it's hard to get out, you know. I went to college to try to get it out of me. Because I grew up in Oklahoma City listening to the blues every dadgum weekend, you know. Yeah. All night long, you know, all night long. But it's really beautiful, you know, sitting here on the edge of the chair and hearing the truth. It's really beautiful watching and feeling everyone engage with the musicians, like on the edge of your chair, you know, waiting for when they're gonna get off. With all due respect, you know, I grew up in Oklahoma City. I used to compare it. I had so much jazz in me. I used to compare jazz to bull riding sometimes. You know, especially when the guys got together from disparate places to come in town and they played together. It's like, you know, man, okay, so where's he gonna get off that bull? You know, where's she gonna get off that bull? They come on, plop. You know, you just gotta applaud because that's where it's at, you know. And it's the truth. Deep poems. I gotta do this Allen Ginsberg thing because they say that Howl is the poem that changed America. And I guess it's kind of like Coca-Cola is a drink that changed American beverages to a certain extent. But I got one here from Ferlinghetti, number 25. I really dug his poetry book when I first read it because the title was numbers. So this is number 25. Cast up, the heart flops over, gasping, love. A foolish fish which tries to draw its breath from the flesh of air, and no one there to hear its death among the sad bushes where the world rushes by in a blather of asphalt and delay. Makes me think of, yeah, right on. Makes me think of old poet Edgar Allan Poe. I mean, you can't get out of college without reading Edgar Allan Poe. But when he died in the gutter, didn't nobody give a damn about him. Didn't nobody even know about Edgar Allan Poe. But now you can't get a bachelor's degree without, quote the raven, nevermore. So, here's a little bit of how, you know, it's time for my medication, so y'all watch me if I get too slick. That break outside helped a lot. Howl for Carl Solomon. I saw the best minds, I'm talking about the Beat generation, some of whom came back from WW2, most of whom grew up during the Great Depression and never come out of it. I saw the best minds of my generation destroyed by madness, starving, hysterical, naked, dragging themselves through the Negro streets at dawn, looking for an angry fix. Angel-headed hipsters burning for the ancient heavenly connection to the starry dynamo in the machinery of the night, who, poverty and tatters and hollow-eyed and high, set up smoking in the supernatural darkness of cold water flats floating across the tops of cities, contemplating jazz, who bared their brains to heaven under the L and saw Mohammedan angels staggering on tenement roofs illuminated, who passed through the universities with radiant, cool eyes, hallucinating Arkansas and Blake-like tragedy among the scholars of war, who were expelled from the academies for crazy and publishing obscene odes on the windows of the skull, who cowered in unshaven rooms and underwear, burning their money in wastebaskets and listening to the terror through the wall, who got busted in their pubic beards, returning through Laredo with a belt of marijuana for New York, who ate fire in paint hotels or drank turpentine in Paradise Alley, death or purgatory their torsos night after night, with dreams, with drugs, with waking nightmares, alcohol and cock and endless balls, incomparable blind streets of shuddering cloud and lightning in the mind, leaping toward poles of Canada and Patterson, illuminating all the notionless, motionless world of time between. Peyote solidities of halls, backyard green trees, cemetery dawns, wine drunkenness over the rooftop, storefront burrows of tea-headed joyride, neon blinking traffic lights, sun and moon and tree vibrations in the roaring winter dusks of Brooklyn. Ash can rantings and king light of mine who chained themselves to subways for the endless ride from Battery to Holy Bronx in the Benzedrine until the noise of the wheels and children brought them down, shuddering, mouth racked and battered bleak of brain and all drained of brilliance in the drear light of Zoo, who sank all night in submarine light of Bickfords, floated out and sat through the stale beer afternoon in desolate fugazis, listening to the crack of doom in the hydrogen jukebox, who talked continuously 70 hours from park to bar to pad to bar to Bellevue to the museum to the Brooklyn Bridge, a lost battalion of platonic conversionalists, jumping down the steeps, off fire escapes, off window sills, off Empire State, out of the noon, yakety-yakking, screaming, vomiting, and whispering facts and memories and anecdotes and eyeball kicks and shocks of hospitals and jails and wars, whole intellects disgorged in total recall for 7 days and nights, with brilliant eyes meet for the synagogue cast on the pavement, who vanished into nowhere Zen, New Jersey, leaving a trail of ambiguous picture postcards of Atlantic City Hall. Suffering eastern sweats and tangerine bone grindings and migraines of China underjunked withdrawal in Newark's bleak furnished room, who wandered around and around at midnight in the railroad yard, wondering where to go, and went, leaving no broken hearts, who lit cigarettes in boxcars, racketing through the snow toward loneliness, farms in the grandfather night, who studied Polonius, St. John of the Cross, telepathy, and balls because the cosmic instinctively vibrated at their feet in Kansas, who loaned it through the nights of Idaho, seeking visionary Indian angels who were visionary Indian angels who thought they were only when Baltimore gleamed in supernatural ecstasy, who jumped in limousines with the Christians of Oklahoma on the impulse of winter midnight, street light, small town rain. Bridget asked me, how long is it?
Okay.
Well, folks, that's how long it is tonight. Thank you very much. There's a lot more of how to be read. Read it yourself. I'm just a person of pushing it. Thank you very much for that.